Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. The most dangerous manipulator in your life isn't loud, dramatic, or obvious. They might even seem kind, while secretly controlling your every thought. Most people don't realize this, but your brain can be tricked into doubting reality. Not by chaos or yelling, but by silence, subtle remarks, and calculated kindness. If you care too much about keeping peace, this harsh psychology fact will hurt. Quiet manipulators thrive on it, slowly reshaping your reality while you remain unaware. Think about it. Someone close to you could be influencing your decisions, your emotions, and your memory right now, and you wouldn't even notice. Psychologists call this the quiet manipulation effect. And once you understand it, you'll see why some relationships leave you anxious, confused, or even guilty without a clear reason. Your relationships, your self-esteem, even your memory, all of it can be influenced by this subtle but deadly pattern. And the scariest part? You often don't see it coming until it's too late. Unlike overt gaslighters who yell, argue, and provoke, the quiet manipulator is a ghost in plain sight. They influence, control, and reshape your mind. One whisper, one look, one innocent remark at a time. And because they don't raise alarms, most people dismiss their behavior as harmless, or even see it as caring. But here's where it gets worse. Most people dismiss these signs as coincidence, bad memory, or overthinking, when it's actually a carefully designed psychological trap. Most people stop here, and that's the biggest mistake. Because the quiet manipulator's power isn't in drama, it's in invisibility. They move unnoticed, yet their influence is massive. Imagine someone who can make you question your own judgment, your feelings, and even your memories, while you still feel loyal to them. That's how dangerous they are. And the longer it goes unnoticed, the stronger the effect becomes. Months or years of subtle manipulation can leave you mentally and emotionally trapped. Here's the painful part. Your mind will protect the relationship at all costs. You'll rationalize their behavior, excuse their lies, and even blame yourself, because that's exactly what they want. Psychology says people don't ignore you because they're busy. They ignore you because they can manipulate you more easily when your guard is down. Unlike a loud abuser who triggers immediate defensive reactions, the quiet manipulator rewires your thinking over months or years. By the time you realize it, you may already be dependent on them. And here's the truth. Subtle manipulation can be more damaging than overt abuse because it erodes your perception of reality without triggering obvious alarms. It's slow, invisible, and devastating. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. The quiet manipulator can make you think you're overreacting or imagining things, even when you're 100% right. And this next part explains why your life hasn't changed yet. Subtle manipulation is invisible to most warning systems your brain has. No yelling, no chaos, just tiny fractures in your perception that feel normal. They don't need force. They use silence, guilt, strategic kindness, and carefully placed doubts to control you. And it works far better than any scream or threat. You might leave their presence thinking everything is fine, yet internally your confidence and judgment have been chipped away. By the time you notice, you may start doubting yourself, and often you'll even defend them. So how does this happen? Your brain seeks safety, comfort, and social approval. The quiet manipulator exploits that instinct. They use micro moments of doubt, small lies, selective attention, and subtle body language to create uncertainty. Your brain fills in the gaps, often siding with the manipulator's version of reality because it's easier than questioning the relationship. Your mind thinks, I must be overreacting when maybe I'm too sensitive. It's probably fine. But the reality is, it's not fine. The quiet manipulator is engineering these thoughts intentionally. Examples include subtle questioning of your memories, delaying information, passive-aggressive silence, or feigned innocence when confronted. Even small gestures like a disapproving glance or sigh can instill doubt. Over time, these micro-manipulations erode your confidence, distort your perception of events, and create dependency on the manipulator's approval. The quiet manipulator doesn't create chaos, they create reliance. And when your mind doubts itself, they control you without you noticing. This isn't paranoia, it's psychology in action. If that hit you, good. It means you needed it. Most people never wake up to this reality until it's too late. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. If someone consistently makes you doubt your memories, feelings, or perceptions, even subtly, they're not hurting you by accident. They're manipulating you on purpose. And the worst part, you can't just call them out and walk away, at least not without retraining your own brain first. This is why subtle manipulation is more dangerous than obvious abuse. It's invisible, persistent, and deeply psychological. So what do? Start with awareness. Recognize the patterns, micro-doubts, gaslighted memories, subtle guilt trips, and the slow erosion of confidence. Here's a mental trick that actually works. Keep a truth journal. Write down what happened, what was said, and how it made you feel. Seeing events in black and white prevents your brain from twisting reality. Another crucial strategy: strengthen your boundaries. Say no without guilt. Trust your instincts, and don't excuse manipulation in the name of peace. Recognize them. Document reality. Protect your mind. Awareness isn't just power, it's freedom. Lastly, surround yourself with people who validate your experience. Isolation makes quiet manipulators stronger. Community makes you stronger. Remember, the quiet manipulator thrives on self-doubt. Take your confidence back. Claim your reality and refuse to be quietly controlled. Because once you see them for who they are, you're no longer a victim. You're aware, empowered, and free. If that helped, subscribe. Human decode to protect your mind.